Hello everyone, I thought I would add this supplemental video to the one for our weekly challenge of building a survival kit. So I have three different survival kits here. This one here is commercially bought. This one here is one that I've made for myself, and it's a little bit bigger. And this is one that one of the boys made. So this one, let's go through each one of them. So first of all, this one here, this is SOL, or Survive Outdoors Longer, and you can get this at really any outdoor store. It retails for about $40, so a little pricey. It comes in this little container here. On the top, we've got a signaling mirror in here with the hole in it, so you can see where to go, and it gives you directions on how to use that. So if you haven't used one before or don't know, there's some directions. On the bottom of it, we've got a miniature compass that pops out here. And then on this side here, we've got our fire starter. And then we also have this sort of multi kind of tool. We've got our whistle on the end here. We've got a flashlight on the other end. And then we've got a little knife in there. Okay, so those are all parts of the outside of this kit, and they all stick in there. And then on the inside, there's a few things as well. I've added this tinfoil. The tinfoil didn't come. It's not a lot. There's not a lot of space in here. But I added the tinfoil in there, and I just put it over top of their 62 plus life-saving tools and techniques. So a little book in there on some of the stuff that you can do. What else do we have in here? We've got some fire starters. We've got some snare wire. There is some... These are water purification tablets, and we've got some flagging tape there to use for signaling, and there's some twine in there so you can use that for various things, and then this bundle here which has in it some safety pins, some fishing line, fish hooks, weights, stuff like that. So those are all some basic things. They're going to help you out if you get lost in the woods. It's nice and compact, so it's easy to pack away into your top pouch or your backpack and carry this with you anytime so that you always have it handy. So that just closes down right there like that. So as I said, this can go in your day pack, this can go in your backpack, however you need to put it in there. Pretty nice, pretty simple. This one here, this is one that one of the boys made, and I've got two. So I'll leave this one sealed up, and I'll show you what's in the other one. But this one here, made with a tin can, and then I've just put some electrical tape around the side of it to keep it waterproofed. So really good tool to have there. And then this one here, on the inside of the lid, we've put some reflective tape. So that works as a signaling mirror for you. We have a whistle. I left the lanyard on there because there was room for it. If there wasn't room, that might be something that I'd remove, but there seemed to be room in there for it. Pencil to make any notes, and of course some paper to go with. There's some bandages that are in there. There's a multi-tool, so this has got a knife on it, a file, a few other things that you might need. Again, we've got some tinfoil in there, which is always handy. Some string, some thread, we got a lighter, there's a candle in there, carabiner, never know when you might need, fit, and then there's some fire starters here, there's a razor blade, water tablets, and then just in the bottom there you can see there's some safety pins and some matches and stuff like that to help out as well. The other thing that was thrown in there was a couple of packs of honey, which will give you just a little bit of energy if you need it. So this is what the boys had made for their survival kits, and I think they're pretty good and handy. The other thing that you can do is you can use this tin to collect some water in it. So again, with the solar still that we talked about, you could use this to collect it, but it could also work, the tinfoil can work for making a bowl or something that you can boil water in, but you could always boil something in here. And maybe at a later time we'll talk about making char cloth. But if you really needed to, you could poke a hole in here, put that in, and you could use that to create char cloth as well. So that's another great survival kit that we can use. So we'll move that out of the way for now. And then the third one that I have here was a rather large one that I've created. I made it out of a Nalgene bottle. I'm not going to open this up, but this one has a ton of stuff in it. So there was lots of room. The idea with the Nalgene bottle, again, if you want to use it as a solar still to collect the water, but you could also, once you collected it, you got a bottle you can seal it in and keep it fresh, keep it clean, and keep it clear. In this one, again, there's a whistle in there. This one here, there's lots of room, so there's an emergency blanket in there, along with the tin foil. There's some bandages, some thread, pencil, and paper. There's a flint and magnesium in there, flagging tape. There's a full candle, carabiner, folding scissors. There's some zip ties in there, duct tape. There's electrical tape in here, water tablets, bandages. There's a full-size Swiss Army knife in here as well. A whistle, and in here also, I'll just open up the top here and you can see there's also a little cable saw in here too. So that works great for sawing away at some logs and able to cut some little stuff in there. So that's an option, another little survival kit that you have. And so you kind of think, well, what do I need for this? And it really depends on what you're doing. So I've got several of these, just depending on what sort of trip I'm doing. If I'm going out somewhere bigger and I can carry the weight and I need to possibly survive longer, I've got this, to smaller stuff where you're just going out for a day. But those are just some options and some ideas for some great survival tips, or survival kits, but I'm sure you'll be able to find lots of other videos to go with. So good luck, have fun, and be safe.